Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this video is on operations with polynomials. In other words, this is a video you need to watch more than once, and every skill and concept displayed we must master. Not be familiar with, but we must be proficient with it. So let's get started. Here we have three examples of distributive property. Let's take the first problem here. Notice this 6 right here, and the concept is really simple. I know that 6 is timesing the parentheses right here, correct? Well, if that's the case, I know everything inside that parentheses must be multiplied by 6. And this again is called the distributive property. So here I go. I know 6 times x is 6x. I know 6 times minus 3 is minus 18. That is the simplified version of that original expression. So go ahead and pause the video and try the next two and see if you can't get the correct answer. Okay, so let's see how you did. On this next one, the 4 is what I must distribute. So I'm going to do 4 times x and get 4x. I'll write to the right over here. And I'm going to do 4 times 4 and get a plus 16. That's all there is to it. Alright, let's see how you did on the last one. Notice there's a negative in front of the 5. We can't ignore the negative in our integer rules. So negative 5 times 2x is negative 10x. And negative 5 times negative 7 is plus 35. Again, that's all there is to it, guys. So pause the video, take notes, make sure you understand the distributive property. Next concept. We need to be able to add and subtract these polynomials. Well, adding is real simple. It's just combining like terms. Okay, so notice on the first one here, because there's a plus in the middle, notice there is a plus in the middle, okay, we really don't need the parentheses. You see, I can go ahead and get rid of the parentheses because with a plus, no signs change with a plus, and I'm just combining like terms. So let's see what we get. Isn't 3x plus 4x just simply 7x? And isn't minus 7 plus 5 simply negative 2 or minus 2? 7x minus 2 is my simplified answer. Let me do one more and then I'm going to let you try the last one. On the next one, notice this one has a minus. So guys, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to distribute that minus. Remember the distributive property here. Well, sometimes instead of a 6, a 4, or negative 5, we sometimes distribute a minus or a negative. And so that's what we're going to do here. So negative with the 2x is negative 2x, and a negative with the 6 is negative 6. So now I'm going to combine this with the original expression. Again, the parentheses can all go away now, because now that I've distributed the minus, there's no need for them. So let's see what I end up with here. The 7x minus 2x is 5x. And the minus 9 minus 6, now be careful, they're both minuses, right? They're both negatives. So because they're like numbers, we're going to add and get a bigger minus. So we're going to end up with a minus 15. That's how it's done. So now pause the video, guys, and try the last problem on the screen. Okay, so let's see how you did. First question I have for you is, did you take this minus and distribute it? So the minus, follow the purple here, the minus with the 6x is minus 6x. The minus with the minus 8, oh, wait a minute. What happens when we minus a minus or minus a negative? It becomes a plus 8, right? So now I'm going to combine this with the first binomial. And let's see what we come up with here. I have a 4x there, minus 6x. Well, that's negative 2x. And a 3 plus 8 is 11. Negative 2x plus 11 is the simplified version of that original expression. Pause the video again, take notes, study, make sure you understand all the steps that were shown. Okay, and for the last set of problems, we're going to multiply. Now, when we multiply, guys, some people call it the FOIL method, but I just prefer to call it distributive property twice. We're just going to distribute twice, as you'll see. So what am I going to do here? Well, let's start with the x here, and I'm just going to multiply it with everything in the next parentheses. Okay? Hence the name distributive property, right? So what is x times x? Is that not x squared? And what is x times plus 2? That's a positive 2x. Now guys, notice after I distribute the x, is there something that I haven't used yet? Something I haven't did any math with? Well, of course. See that minus 7 right there? We're going to distribute that just like we distributed this minus 5 or negative 5 on the first page. So here we go. Minus 7 times x is minus 7x. And minus 7 times a positive 2 is minus 14. We're done, except, does everybody agree, we have some like terms right there. So what I really have is x squared. Excuse me. And 2 minus 7 is negative 5x. And then finally a negative 14 constant. So pause the video, guys, and I want you to try the same thing, same method, with the last problem. So let's see how you did. Did you take the 2x times the 3x and get 6x squared? 2 times 3 is 6. X times x is x squared, right? Did you take 2x times a minus 4 and get negative 4x? So let me clean that up and make sure you understand. All I did was 2x times 3x, then 2x times minus 4. Oops. Let me correct my little mistake here. What's 2x times minus 4? Minus 8x. Now what? Well, hopefully you realize I have this 6, that positive 6. I got to distribute that as well. 6 times 3x is 18x. 6 times minus 4 is minus 24. Notice I do have some like terms here. X is in the middle. So my final answer is 6x squared. The minus 8x plus 18 is plus 10x. And of course that right there is a minus 4 for our constant. Okay guys, so this is the end of the video. Again, pause it, study, take notes. But this is definitely a video you want to watch over and over again and practice the skills. Until next time, bye.